two of them out there, and he made them hit the ball over the net to see who would miss first. Jay Berger would win the match. Problem for Berger, though, is that Agassi has a lot flatter shots and more behind each one. Just hits the ball harder.
It's such an awkward looking motion, isn't it? There's not much to it, and yet that last serve went in at 100 miles an hour because Berger sets up and gets all of his body weight forward, even though his takeback is so short. Yes, it did. 1-all. It's an old shoulder injury that caused Jay Berger as a junior to develop that funny-looking serve. Speaking of injuries, Jean Florian, who beat Boris Becker, lost to Pete Sampras in that tough three-setter, and that's the match where Sampras injured his hip and is out for about 20 days.
Matter of fact, Florian himself was just wrecked with cramps in that match.
Another ace, his second of the day.
Berger would like a call, but he's not going to get one.
No, he's not. Pete Sampras, by the way, has been injured a lot this year. He hurt his left groin at the Australian Open, then he re-injured it at the Sky Dome when we were there in Toronto about a month ago, and now this. And of course, with Michael Chang out with a bad hip injury, it adds fuel to the existing firestorm about young teenagers playing so much grown-up men's tennis. Agassi thinks he got another ace. It went in at 99 miles an hour, and it looked like it kissed the corner from where I'm sitting, but he did not get the call.
It was called wide. This is 15 love. A couple of disputed calls in this game. I hope it adds fuel also to the fire of hardcore tennis. Guys playing on surfaces that are very unkind to the body. No wonder there are many injuries.
30-50.
Although when I asked Agassi about the hardcore thing, he said that the way he plays, that it's not near as tough on him as it is the big, relatively bigger guys like Lendl and Becker. 30-15. He's not sure what his best surface is, actually. He said that he thinks the clay might be as good as anything, as kind as anything to him. Not from the standpoint of kind to his body, but where he's at his most effective. Game point. Down the line, he won't miss that one. I guess he knew he was in trouble the minute he hit that ball.
He didn't do enough with it, did he? I mean, this one, Berger chases down easily. Gave him all kinds of room.
Still game point. Agassi's percentages at the net are good because by the time he gets in, he's usually won the point. 2-1 Agassi on the serve, first set.
so uncomplicated.
Time.
That's how things look here in the men's singles semi-finals. Sanchez will play Edberg tonight, and you can see that match at midnight Eastern time here on a tape delay. This is live coverage of the Agassi Berger men's singles semi-final match. The winners will play, and the winner will take home $179,000.
Thank you.
For 10 days work at the Lipton. Berger serving, trailing 1-2 first set. Winner of this match will take home $94,000 in 200. Yep. See, Monica Sellers take that two-handed swing on the volley sometimes. Not often told that the men do it because of the lack of reach, but watch Berger.
Even with the two-handed swing, he didn't put the ball away well enough. As we said, the foot speed of Agassi is tremendous. He didn't have a problem with that.
Third service.
One thing to get to the ball and enough time for to have to hit what he hit. Watch this, you know, he gets it. I mean, he's way out of court, hustles to it. He can't get his two hands on it because he just isn't there enough time, but he gets to it, slides it back down, gets below the level of the net. A little bit lucky, in fact, but and Berger still should have made the volley.
Oh yeah, he could have bunted it right into any part of the open court short. He would have had a winner.
Love 30.
Berger's really trying to keep it Agassi's backhand.
That's great. Terrific topspin love for a winner.
Berger's backhand is his better side.
50,
He's got a very good cross-court backhand especially, and his lobbing is terrific. Very clever off of this swing. As you can see, he's trying to keep it Agassi's backhand, his weaker side. Then he throws this up out of nowhere.
15-30. You know, Mary, I so much prefer to watch these 3-set matches than the 5-set because, you know, from the beginning, the guys have got to make their move. You have the feeling in a 5-set match, the guy's out there, sort of starts a little slowly. What does it matter? He's got another couple of hours to get back into it. Here, the chips are down much sooner in a match.
The final here is being played 3 out of 5 sets.
30-all. side to side with flat, powerful shots. Berger is working so hard.
He really is.
13,
He was
14.
largely defensive. He had tried to get to Agassi's backhand, but you can see that Agassi stepped around and started hitting forehands, moved all the way over to that side so he could dictate play, and finally drew a lob and smashed away into the open court. I think Berger's got to mix it up more. He's going so much to the backhand side that now Agassi's moved over there to take him his forehands.
Break point, the first of this match.
Deuce.
Close. Berger's feeling it already. Heck, we're only 3 games into it, but Agassi just punishes. It's like playing against Connors. Again, those flat shots side to side. You get a sweat up quickly against either one of them. Interesting thing to watch on Berger's serve, as strange as it looks. At this point here, from right here, now watch the racket go down again. You see, he at this point now he is back in the back scratching position, and then he makes contact with it. It looks like he brings it up straight from behind his back, but he doesn't. In fact, he puts it there, then he lifts it slightly, and then lets it drop so that he gets that back scratching swing motion. Watch this. There, now up and then back down and through.
It's so uncomplicated that the timing is simple.
Game Berger.
Berger holds on. He was in trouble, break point. But it's 2 games all in the first set.
2 games all.
And the power in the serve, it really comes from that shoulder turn and from that back scratching position. You know, the rhythm you get, of course, for the way that you put it there really doesn't matter. And that's why he's able to generate as much as he can with what looks like just a half swing. In fact, it's not a half swing. It's more like a 95% swing. 2-2, Agassi 7.
Winner. That was right. That was a tremendous cross-court, right on the baseline. And Agassi was still on the baseline, and he still couldn't make it to it. It was that well struck. By the way, we've been talking about service speeds all week long. There's a radar gun that is part of the ATP Tour now. As a matter of fact, it's on the women's tour as well. And it's been clocking all of the serves this week. It clocks it right there. It is. It clocks the ball within 3 feet after it's been struck by the racket. So even if the serve, that one, for instance, was 86 miles an hour, and even though it was called out, it's been measured anyway.
Oh, double fault. 15-30.
That's his first on the day.
Bollettieri and it's Andre Agassi's coach and Philip Agassi's brother next to him. Glasses. Berger was an All-American at Clemson in '86. First time I remember seeing him play successfully was in 1988 in Orlando. He beat Mats Wilander then and Aaron Krickstein.
Game Agassi.
Both of whom were seeded, and it was just before this tournament. That's Agassi's third ace. 3 games to 2. Agassi first set. No breaks. Made a bunch of phone calls this morning, and not one of them have been watching the show. Right? What are you doing this week? They said to me. Doing what I normally do, I said.
Not following your career.
Huh? Yeah. Oh, very cute. Very cute. Rossi, I'll remember that one. So they can take home nearly 50,000 scooters, and runner-up will make 94, over 94,000. Champ here at Lipton for this year will take home $179,000. Men's singles purse at the Lipton, the total tournament purse is over $2.5 million. Agassi playing Berger in the semifinals.
Seats behind the court, please.
The women's, by the way, isn't that much, Cliff. There's a prize money difference. The women's winner is about 120,000.
Right.
And that final matchup has been decided. Monica Seles, hard-hitting Monica Seles against Judith Wiesner, Punch and Judy. That's played tomorrow.
3-2, first set Agassi. Punch and Judy. The other semi-final singles, of course, between Ed Berger and Emilio Sanchez. They'll play tonight, and you can see that match alongside Mary and I at midnight Eastern Time. Fred Stolle is talking to Australia on Channel 9 today.
Love 30.
Berger got himself out of trouble just barely on his last service game, but it looks like he's ripe for getting broken here. He's only been serving at 52% for the week, and that's not good enough against Agassi's return. That's good. Oh, it's just long.
15, 30.
9 career titles from Agassi, 6 of which came in his rookie year.
It's 1-1 this year already. San Francisco, and he won Orlando last year easily. But 88 was his big year, as you said, Mary. From Jay Berger, and he's back in this game, 30 all.
Berger, she said that's pretty good aggressiveness from so far back. Gets a short forehand here and sends it cross court, and at this move now, he's gotten a short one from Agassi. Again, blasted into the open court for a cold winner. It's not easy to do against Agassi. Berger had a great year in 1989, his best year ever.
Yep. Great point.
Jumped on it. 79 miles per hour serve. The return went back about 100 miles an hour.
He had a break point in the last game that Berger served. He didn't win it. That drop shot will be short. It is back to deuce.
Deuce.
Jay Berger beat Jimmy Connors at the French Open this year. Lost to Boris Becker in the quarterfinals.
Last year, that was second
Last
round.
year.
He beat Connors, right?
Last time the French was played. And as we've said, at Indianapolis in the final, McEnroe beat him, but only just. Took a big effort from McEnroe in the third set. Then McEnroe beat him at the Canadian the following week in the semifinals. Krickstein beat him at the US Open.
Advantage Agassi.
By the way, Aaron Krickstein and Brad Gilbert played in this event and lost early. Both of them high seeds. Both of them upset. They're on their way to Davis Cup. Andre Agassi, of course, was asked to play Davis Cup, at first consented to and then pulled off. He feels that he got zoomed a little bit by Captain Gorman. He thinks that because Gorman had told him that Krickstein was injured and that he had to play. He would like him to play. The very next week, Aaron Krickstein up and wins a tournament in Arizona.
Game Agassi.
We'll be talking more about that later, but it's an interesting situation really for the U.S. Davis Cup
Agassi
team.
leads 4 games to 2.
Agassi, surely the hottest American player going right now.
Agassi with a 4-game-to-2 lead after he broke serve. He also said, Agassi, that well, he didn't say it in so many words, but he was obviously a little miffed at having been dropped for the team play against Mexico. Eventually he was asked, but only about number 5 after his effort in Germany last year. One of the great matches of the Davis Cup year when he played and lost to Becker, having had the match really all sewn up, and he lost to Carl Stiep. So the Davis Cup saga continues.
Love 15.
Interesting because, of course, he was the mainstay of the team in '88. Agassi. Serve break in hand under his belt already. Agassi serving at 4-2. It's 30-15.
I think this one was long. And a good run here from Andre, but he didn't have total control on this. Just missed it.
30-all. Jay Berger, by the way, played Davis Cup for the USA this year against Mexico. He was asked very late. Flew in at a moment's notice.
First time that Agassi has faced break point on his serve today. And this could bring things back on serve.
That's long. I think he's a good win player too, Mary. If you watch Agassi, especially say on the serve, for example, he does not throw the ball up hardly more than a couple of inches above where he hits it. And so the wind doesn't affect that hardly at all. And then his shots are relatively short. He doesn't have a big swing on either side. And he doesn't back up, give the wind a lot of chance to mess with the ball. So he should be a good win player. Big return is good. Another break point.
Advantage Berger.
We talked about his return of serve. He's way off court here, but of course that gave him the angle he needed and wanted for the winner.
Good move from Agassi to come into the net at that point. You never know whether he's going to come in or not. He mixes that up well. Doesn't have technically the best volley in the business, but he sets it up so well. By the time he gets to the net, he has control of the point. Deuce.
Second double of the day and third break point chance for Berger. He better do it here. Agassi doesn't give you these many chances in one game, not normally. Not the way he's been serving this week.
Tell you, if he makes a concession to the importance of a point like a break point, I sure don't see it. He just keeps flailing away in the same way that he does if it's 40 love or break point against him. Deuce.
Advantage Agassi.
On the baseline when he swung at that. At the wind, it's the toughest position on the court to hit the overhead from, and he made it.
And the sun, add the sun too, Cliffy, and you really have to marvel at the way Berger was able to handle this smash. It was a good one, as you say, very deep. And he just buried it into the corner, right at the back of the baseline area.
Deuce. That's a double fault.
Advantage Berger.
Third for Agassi, and it gives Berger his fourth break point of this game. He's down a break. It's 4-2 first set.
I like the way he's handling those break points against him. Agassi, he's taking it right to Berger from the net last couple of times. There's No doubt in my mind, he's a much improved player from last year. He's more patient, more consistent off the ground. Nice little change up there, and I think that serve is going to add a nice dimension to Andre's game. He'll get a shorter ball earlier. He might even start volleying more.
And Agassi coming up with a drop shot, an important point there. But it works. Game point.
Deuce. Advantage Berger.
Agassi giving Berger one more chance to stay in this first set.
A couple of unforced errors, but the way he hits the ball, as flat as he hits it, you're going to see him hit unforced errors. Again, that break point, he comes into the net, puts the volley away. As you said, he played those awfully well.
Deuce.
When you hit the ball like that, as flat as he hits it, kind of like Connor's, the ball isn't going but a couple of feet over the net, and you compare that with the topspin shots of Jay Berger, for example, he has a much, much bigger margin. Deuce.
Oh boy, there's that floater again. Oh boy, Agassi really hit by that left cord.
Advantage Agassi.
I tell you, a net cord can't get any friendlier than this. I'll take it, says Andre on his own replay. That really took a lot of the speed off that Berger forehand and gave Agassi a chance to pass.
Game point. Agassi doesn't like the call. He feels sure it was long, but he's called good. We'll play deuce again. Eight deuces.
The big return. This one's called good. Ooh, boy. We heard Agassi say, I'm getting used to it. I guess he thinks he's gotten hosed a couple of times this week.
That's long or wide, and it is break point again for Jay Berger.
Good chance for a Berger break here. Second serve.
Comes in behind the second serve. Deuce again.
Advantage Agassi.
That was long. Agassi just checking with man of the chair because he felt I got a bad call on that same line.
Game Agassi. 4 change.
6 break points against Agassi, but he hangs on. He's got a 5-2 lead. 1 break.
Agassi leads
set.
5-2. Losing this.
You think now we're going to see Berger shake and get fried?
I know you're going to use it.
I know you're going to use it.
Well, It was a good game. That last game, it was very important. Very important. Andre played great under pressure. As usual.
I get a Diet Pepsi. Oh, look at that car. God, there's some of it. Thanks.
Time.
Jay Berger of the USA and Andre Agassi. This is live coverage of the Lipton men's singles semi-final day from Key Biscayne, just moments away from Miami.
Seats courtside, please. Thank you.
The stone crab capital of the world, as Nick Bollettieri and brother Philip watch Andre try to close out this first
Seats
set.
behind the
on
court,
Berger's
please.
serve.
Players are ready.
The stone
Thank
crab
you.
thing, you get them down here in Miami, and that's about it. There are apparently a few places around the world, but in the USA anyway, I don't know of any other place where they are as available as they are down here. And what a delicacy. Agassi 5-2 first set, best of 3 set singles semi-final. The winner to play the winner of Jay Berger, Emilio Sanchez on Sunday.
I heard you, you don't treat them like a delicacy. I heard you just scarf them down and crab shell flying all over the place.
15 left.
The stone crabs.
Flipping them over your shoulders one after another.
Hey, I'm about to just go out and have another normal meal. Somebody says we're going to a stone crab restaurant. I say, count me in. 15 love. I love them.
Left. 30-50.
First double.
Double for Berger. Double Berger.
Agassi's allowing Berger to catch up now, huh, Cliff?
40-15, Berger. Jay Berger holds on. It's 5-3 per set. Agassi will serve now for the set.
Agassi leads 5-3.
40 minutes into this match. Emilio Sanchez or a number 3 seed Stefan Edberg will play the semifinal tonight. And you can see that at midnight Eastern time. A little too much if he had been satisfied with the down the line backhand, he probably would have made it in time and could have done it. Watch this here now. Your obvious shot when you're this out of court is not to try to go cross court like he does. You see Agassi is beginning to close in because he figures that's the way that Berger's got to go. Berger tried to go cross court. It was too late.
Oh, that's a well-done Berger.
30.
Dirty all. Got a break point again. He had 6 break points last time Agassi served. Didn't convert.
Got a short shot here from Agassi, and Berger just grilled it.
Serves for a set of 5-4 for Agassi. Berger will serve and we come back.
Brian?
Leo. Leo. Break points, opportunities.
We all relished. Okay, I'm done now. I promise. I swear I'm done. If you just give me a shot of, can we just have a shot of the hamburger stand out there and just tell them it's the Berger family watching on? We get an ENG. Okay. Okay.
Time.
Take a look at those stats, and it would look like it's Jay Berger that has got command of this match. In fact, 7 of those break points were, at least 6 of them rather, took place in one game, and he didn't convert it. So they're both broken once. They're on serve. Agassi has had 3 break points.
Seats behind the
So
court,
things
please.
are
Thank you.
right at court side. I mean, right on the court, literally just. And it is hot. 5-4 first set for Agassi. Berger trying to level things on his serve. Serving into the sun. And with the wind.
Oh, boy, he had it, didn't he? It was all lined up for Agassi. Had a lot of room to make that cross court and missed it into the net. Berger's now applying pressure of his own at the net. He's got a very good sense of play, Berger. Good tactical thinker out there. He understands the moment.
Well, you can say that again. I have always thought that he's a very smart player. Chooses, talk about percentage tennis. He also knows how to counter-attack. See where he was when he hit that return serve, a couple of 3 feet inside the baseline. It is so difficult to serve against somebody who's there. 13 of 17 for Agassi, and Berger has come in almost as many times with almost the same success. It is 30-15.
30-15.
Both these guys on the baseline have great big forehand from Berger. Agassi doesn't even begin to make a move to it. It is so well done. Point for 5-all.
Yeah.
Even in the first set after Agassi had got himself out front 5-3, that didn't hold on to his serve. When he served for the first set, and he will serve now at 5 apiece.
Things couldn't be much closer.
He wear you down. He's kind of like a two-handed Brad Gilbert. You know, you've got to take your chances against Jay Berger because he is so consistent.
He is a feared opponent. You face Jay Berger, I don't care who you are or where you are, you know that you're in for a very big fight. Look at the streak he's been on.
That's right.
Wow. Agassi really didn't even move his feet, did he, Cliffy? Berger was way off court, slapped at that forehand, really.
I think he's all at sea for the moment. He gets no free point. You know, you just don't get any free points from Berger. Once you start on the downward slide, it's tough to arrest it. Break point.
Nice hustle from Agassi.
If Agassi comes back in this game, Berger will remember that point. That was a bad play. It's a very low percentage play against a guy who moves as well as Agassi. Still has 2 break points in hand. Berger has broken for the second time in a row, and when we come back now, he will serve for the first set at 6 games to 5. His last chance, very well done.
Yeah, well, it was.
This is Berger's going to win this match.
You think he's going to win this match or this set?
I think he's going to win the match.
Hey, Brian, right behind where the players are seated, there's you know, there's Agassi posters around and everything. People are holding up Andre signs, but there's somebody who's got up a big cardboard sign that just has a letter J on it.
Baseball tonight, a live studio show every night at 11 o'clock Eastern Time, March 27th. New York Yankees and the New York Mets at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time live, and on the 29th, the Royals and the Astros. Same time, 7:30, live here on ESPN. This is Agassi. And Jay Berger, 6-5. Berger serving for the first set.
Great news, by the way, that they're going to be able to play all 162 games of the baseball season. That's a pretty good effort.
4 straight games for Jay Berger, 16 of 21 points, serving for it now.
Yeah. Second set. Second set.
Down the middle, made for a tough passing shot. Agassi very close, but in the top of the tape, it's 15 all. Serve. With Agassi making mistakes, you have 2 choices. You can try and close him out by coming in, or otherwise you can stay back and hope that he continues to make them. Tough choice for Berger. 2 points from the set, 30-15. Agassi could have put that away twice. That one he should have put away. Hits it right back to Berger. That one should have been put away as well, but it happens to go right back into Berger's racket, and Berger says, phew. Set point.
Not a bad time for the first ace of the day.
Agassi served for the first set at 5 games to 4. He had a 5-game to 3 lead, and he hasn't won a game since. It's first set, 7-5.
It was a classic comeback from Berger. Agassi was hitting so well off the ground. There's some Berger fans, as you can see. That's great. There's a bunch of Jays all over this this stadium. He's from Florida. Big following here.
What a point.
Exactly. He goes for a drop shot here, Berger. He feels he's got Agassi up the court. Of course, Andre tracks that down very nicely. Agassi, Berger, with the defensive volley, sets up the smash for Agassi. And that finally hit long. This is a dogfight.
Won 5 games on a trot now, Berger. The momentum undoubtedly on his side. Agassi beginning to make a few errors, and Berger not intimidated by the power of Agassi from the back of the court.
The question is, what is more intimidating, Agassi's firepower or Berger's mental toughness?
Tenacity.
His grit. I mean, you just know this. He's not going anywhere. He's got a great record after winning the tournament. Agassi needs some cheap points off this guy.
They're not easy to come by.
No, that was a tremendous serve. His 4th ace of the day. He just doesn't want to let Jay get a look at these balls. Missed it. Missed it wide.
4 double faults for Agassi.
He had a 3-sitter, of course, just yesterday with Jim Courier. Agassi got through it.
And Agassi.
So Agassi holds on, but that breaks a 5-game drought. He lost the first set. It's 1 game to 11 the second.
Brian, can we? Okay, great. Can we start to work on a report of the Doug Wilson suicide for the Berger? Berger.
Okay. Time.
That first set, boy, did things change around. Agassi seemingly in control. As you can see, he's serving a little bit better than Berger, and he's had more aces, also more double faults. But remember this, in that first set, 20 of the last 26 points were won by Berger. He's forcing errors off of Agassi as well. And winners from the baseline. It's a real salute to him that he can produce that, because as we say over and over again about Agassi, his foot speed is so great. The serve came in at about 95 miles an hour, but Agassi just stepped right in and let it go cross court. Lovely timing. And again, he needs those quick points, Agassi. Both serve and return.
Now game point for Jay Berger. A couple, 3 actually players trying to make a comeback here at this tournament. Pat Cash out in the first round, and then Henri Lecomte of France given a wild card. He also lost in the first round to Jeff Tarango. Bruno Orazar beat Pat Cash. Johan Kriek also after an injury, losing in the first round. Game for Berger. It is 1 game all in the second set. 1 set to love for Berger.
1 game.
Pat Cash, Mary, after that, his first round loss, said he was shell-shocked. Tried a challenger early, lost in the first round of that as well. So nice to see him attempt to come back and hope it gets better for him. But so far, it hasn't been too good.
Speaking of comebacks, the man who was injured here, a finalist, Thomas Muster, who had played a great tournament last year. He is back in the swing of things. He's won 3 titles in a row this last year. He's not playing here because the hard courts aren't too great on his knees. He got them squashed in a car accident the night before his final with Yvonne Lendl. But another Austrian, Judith Wiesner, is in the final, the ladies' side. So 2 years in a row, an Austrian gets all the way to the weekend.
14.
Agassi will not play Davis Cup this next match anyway. And the USA plays against Czechoslovakia in Prague next weekend, that you'll see on ESPN. There has been some discussion about it in the newspapers. The USTA president has got himself involved. It's the issue of Tom Gorman, the captain, and how he feels about Agassi's playing or not playing. Well, we had a chance to sit down with Agassi and talk to him about his participation in the Davis Cup. Here's what he said.
You know, I think it's gotten to a point now where unfortunately the public, if they want me to play, is paying the price for a few people that I think need to pay a little more attention on how to run Davis Cup. I don't think how it's being run right now is fair to the players. I think for them to wait 2 weeks before the event to pick the team is just terrible for the players. It's terrible for their schedules. It's terrible for the country when they get there to play. I think for Tom Gorman to say that this is the way it's going to be run, you can't have anybody there until the match actually plays, I think that's not good either. I think it's important to find out what makes each person play their best and to work around that. And I think what the players are asking, you know, is not infringing upon what the Davis Cup captain Tom Gorman is trying to accomplish. But I don't see any respect there, and it's tough, you know. I feel that if America was in the jeopardy of getting beat, that I would, per se, come to the rescue. I would play. I would disregard a lot of those things. But at this time, in regards to Czechoslovakia, at the time that everything was made, I really felt as if Aaron Krickstein would be a better pick than me. I said that from the heart. I feel that, and I, to a certain degree, still feel that. When I accepted the play, it was because Gorman told me that Chang and Krickstein were injured. So I said, okay, I'll play because I don't want the country not to have a top player playing for their team. And then it turns out that Krickstein won Scottsdale the same week that Gorman told me he was hurt. And I called Tom. I said, Tom, how can you expect me? I would have never accepted the play if I knew that Aaron Krickstein was playing well and not injured. And he says, well, kind of like my mistake type thing, but now that you're playing, I said, no, Tom, you know, that's not fair to me. You gave me wrong information. I want you to call Krickstein and ask him to play. And so, you know, there's so many factors involved that it's, you know, it's I don't even know if it's wise to express all of them to everybody. I think that once the Davis Cup captain starts getting things under control, I think it'll be a lot better for the players, a lot better for the people.
Agassi, 15 love, 2 games to 1.
Cliff, you're
love 15, excuse me.
You spoke with Andre the other night.
Right.
How sympathetic were you to what he said?
That's long. 30, Agassi with a tranche. Very sympathetic at 2 counts, Mary. He's right about the scheduling. They need to know, all of these players, especially men in his position, way more than 2 weeks before whether he's going to play Davis Cup or not. I think that certainly is one criticism that he's exactly right about. The other one he referenced, he didn't actually say it, but Gorman had not allowed his entourage there in the early stages of the practice for the Davis Cup. He has a problem with that. I'm kind of neutral on that subject. Really, in the real world, man, I think that you should allow, say, the coaches to be a part of the Davis Cup competition. I don't think you could pretend that just for that week you are being coached by somebody completely different.
Well, Arthur Ashe, I asked Arthur Ashe about that. He was a former captain of the Davis Cup, and he said when he had Aaron Krickstein on his team, a young kid, he said, I didn't really know much about Krickstein's game, so I wanted Nick Bollettieri around. That's not the case this year. You know, captains change, USGA presidents change, and the politics are just crazy anyway in the USGA and Davis Cup and all this stuff. Some of what Andre says I agree with. I know also that he's not the only man who has expressed his displeasure over Captain Tom Gorman. John McEnroe also is not playing Davis Cup. He doesn't really like playing under Captain Gorman. There's Nick Bollettieri, the coach in question. He is allowed to come to Davis Cup once it begins, but not beforehand. He has been asked not to be there beforehand, and of course Agassi didn't like that idea.
2 break points, big point for Agassi, 2 of them in fact.
The biggest pity, of course, is that there are, in the top 10 players in the world, 7 of them are Americans, and we can't get a Davis Cup team together. And that just never used to happen. Everyone was honored to play. So for the second tie in a row, Davis Cup is going over with what has to be termed a replacement team. They won their first one, of course, over Mexico.
My last thoughts on the subject of Agassi and whether he's right or wrong about it not being chosen until late in the game for Mexico against Mexico, I think was also an injustice to Agassi, because I think he deserved better treatment than that. On the other hand, I don't think that Andre can say that he should have too much input on the selection of the team. I think that's something that he has got to let the Davis Cup captain decide on.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, you can talk about the politics and how nasty they can get, but it also comes down to major egos here.
Three games to 1, Agassi, second set. Berger won the first 7-5. Berger winning 5 games in a row there when he was down 5-3 in the first set. Agassi has turned it around.
Yes!
Agassi acknowledged the whooping he got for catching the ball on the strings, as he just said. That's very tough to do. I've never done it my whole life.
15.
Interesting statistic we showed you. Agassi down has won 4 out of 5 when he lost the first set this year.
Oh, yes, that was beautiful.
Berger's got to settle down again. Agassi looks pretty comfortable in this second set. And Berger already down a break. He's got to do exactly what he did in the last parts of that first set. Just force the play, make this guy hit a lot of balls.
Net. Oh.
$30-15. 2-game points for Agassi.
This is a pretty good pickup here from Berger. He was way off court. But of course, he gave Agassi all kinds of time to just scoop it into the open.
Andre Agassi, 1 break to serve, 4 games to 1. He had an early break too in set number 1. We'll be back.
Agassi leads 4 games.
I'll tell you, Clippy, there's not any member of the whole Davis Cup problem that I think they're all being weenies.
Yeah.
They're all being jerks. I mean, every single participant.
Can I ask you about McEnroe and the Davis Cup?
Yeah.
Okay, well, as soon as this promo's over. I don't see how you could. I would have been left if I was Agassi after Germany. They just blew him off, basically. Following that discussion between Mary and I, and listening to Andre Agassi's words, we'll tell you that the Davis Cup, USA versus Czechoslovakia, second round for this year, will be seen here on ESPN. Live coverage at 9 o'clock Eastern Time on Friday, and then Saturday the doubles at 8 o'clock, and then at 8 o'clock the reverse singles on Sunday. Live coverage of the Davis Cup next weekend from Prague, Czechoslovakia. Two questions for you, Mary Kruller, regarding Davis Cup. John McEnroe, A, will he be asked to play Davis Cup in the latter round just if we get through, if the US gets through? And B, will he play?
Oh, well, to answer your question, I would think that they would definitely want to use McEnroe, but I don't think he will play under the current captain, Tom Gorman. He just is disappointed with the way it's been going. As a matter of fact, he himself wants to be the captain of Davis Cup.
50.
And when I mentioned that to former captain Arthur Ashe last night, he burst out laughing. I guess the thought of it seemed a bit crazy to Arthur. But he actually did say, though, that it could happen in 5 years. He could see that. And for all of his craziness, McEnroe, he was a Davis Cup hero.
For a long time, a generation, really. 15 love.
But, you know, I think John's being very, you know, he too his ego is keeping him from seeing everything involved as well in Davis Cup. Frankly, I'm unsympathetic with almost every single character in this whole Davis Cup mess. I mean, there's nobody I agree with completely. I think everyone's sort of being a weenie.
Faults. 15.
Yeah, it doesn't paint a very stable picture, does it, with all these arguments going into team arguments and everyone dissatisfied. Nevertheless, the team will take the court in Czechoslovakia, Prague next weekend, and we'll show it to you.
By the way, getting back to this match, Agassi has really stopped the rot. He's won 13 of the last 16 points from Jay Berger. And you have to wonder if Berger's even going to fight for this set or save his strength for the final set, the third.
And he's on one break down, remember, serving into the sun, 1-4, 15 all. It's good.
A little too much running got Berger in a tough position for that fine Agassi lob.
I'm surprised to hear you ask that question, Mary, because Jay Berger, you know, the way he plays, there's no way he's not going to just keep plugging away. Anything could happen. It happened in the first set.
Yeah, but you know, at a certain point, you know, it's wise. It's not like you're actually tanking a set.
Right.
You're just saving yourself tactically for your final play. Look at this, Agassi playing a much cleaner second set.
And 11 unforced errors from a man who has got bread on his table by not making mistakes. Two break points, and Agassi, if he wins either one of them, will go up 2 breaks, 4-1. Agassi will serve for the set, 5 games to 1. Nearly 2 years ago, or during the season of 2 years ago, anyway, 89, I had the feeling all along with Andre Agassi that he could kind of turn on the afterburners whenever he wanted, and especially in the third set, he'd sometimes let go of a middle set, having won the first set, and then turn it on again. Not so sure anymore with him.
15.
Chances are that he will win this match, having now put himself in a commanding position in the second set. But it's a little more dangerous than it was.
Berger's game has just gone down so much. I mean, this third set can only be competitive if Berger comes back to his former standard. Look at that. He's just flailing now. I think he's wise not to exert a lot of energy trying to break Agassi here, because then he'd have to do it again anyway to hang in this set.
2 points from the second set for Agassi, 18 of 21 points.
14.
Edberg will play Sanchez tonight at midnight Eastern Time in the second semifinal. Agassi has won the second set. This match is even at 1 apiece. We'll be back. Only you could get away with it. I think we got pretty deep into that Davis Cup. I don't think the folks at home. Okay. Yeah. I will. What's that?
Yep.
Why? Why? When do you say that? What's Phil Becker doing?
Time.
The second semi-final match tonight, you'll see it at midnight, of course. It'll be played here this evening at 7:30 at the Lipton, so you'll see it on a tape delay basis. Then the second set starts.
What a change. That second set. Look at all the points there on Jay Berger. That was a big deal. In fact, he had so many towards the end there that Agassi won 20 of the last 23 points in that 24-minute middle set.
First set took over an hour.
Agassi, Berger has to hold here. Declare himself again in this match.
First point, set 3 for a place in the final of the Lipton. 15 left.
both Berger and Agassi on the wild run trying to stay in this point.
This was the mistake right here, Mary. That's one he should put in what Fred Stolle calls the closet shot. Put it in the closet and don't take it out. That drop shot hasn't worked for him today, not once. 30 all. Crucial stages here. Agassi has got the momentum on his side, but the start of a new set, anything can happen. It's time to consolidate for him and for Berger to try to get back in it. Game point. Judge under those circumstances. Watch this.
Berger created such a great angle here off of this cross-court forehand. It would have pulled anyone else too far wide to make a play, and Andre from way off the court comes up with a winner.
That singed the hair of the net court judge. Deuce.
This is where Jim Courier came up short in his match against Andre yesterday. He'd taken the first set, then Andre came back just as he did this year. As you can see, he's pretty good in these situations. And in the third set, it seems like Courier ran out of mindset and just couldn't keep facing the hard ball. So Berger's got to show that he's up for it.
Neither one of them have lost a three-setter this year. Game point. First game, set 3. And Berger puts it away. He has opened his score in the third set. First game, 1 game to love, and 1 set all. Final one. Fred Stolle, who is talking to Channel 9 in Australia, takes a closer look for you at Andre Agassi's forehand. One of the game's most spectacular shots.
Andre Agassi's forehand is his best shot. This is how he prepares for it. Gets the racket back, takes it back in the loop, and then when he gets back here to generate the pace, he comes straight through the path of the ball out towards the target. Some of the other players will let the head of the racket drop. Andre has the ability to do that in rallies, but to finish the point off, he tags that forehand with a flat finish and takes the racket out towards the target. That's a great forehand. Let's see Andre hit a couple of them for him. Agassi from the backcourt has perfect timing and hits the ball very early. Anything short around the service line, though, he destroys. Andre Agassi doesn't give much ground at the back of the court, and when he gets that short ball on the forehand, he stands right over the top of it and hits it to win.
Thank you to Fred Stolle.
Fun hearing Fred talk about forehands. He always had one of the dodgier forehands around, didn't he?
He showed you why, too. He's got that little open face there instead of the closed racket face that Agassi has.
He knew what to do with the backhand, though. It's probably why he was such a great champion. Made up for it. Much different Berger in this final set. Look how focused he is. You can just see he's much more intense than in that middle set where once he realized things had slipped too far away, just let it go.
Love 30. Final word on the fun that we have with Fred's game. He was not that easy to attack on the forehand side. I had to watch a lot of them go zipping by.
He'd slide in behind those.
Love 30. ball. 15, 30, big point.
He could run right through that wall if it would have helped him win that point. But the lob not only had great placement, but it even had some topspin to it as well. So even on the bounce, it shot away from Berger.
It's that drop shot, though, that was the thing that set him up.
That was way.
Yeah,
where did that call come from?
He'll get to play 2.
Jerry Armstrong gave him another shot at it.
That's a great shot. The two-hander hit flat. It's what they both do to some extent. Jay Berger's got a lot more topspin when he's playing defensively, and then flattens it out when he wants to hit the winner break point. Another one. Short backhand from Agassi. Berger had it made a break point.
I think it bounced funny though, Cliffy. I think it was mishitting it. I think it took a funny hop, and that's why Berger bungled it.
Deuce.
Two break chances against him, and Agassi trots off a bunch of points in a row.
Well, he hit that big. Again, talk about spin, Mary. He put a lot on that second serve. It got up. It's not easy to control that one.
Very capable volleyer when he goes up there, Berger. He needed a couple to finally win the point, but he set himself up with each shot. And here's the winner.
And Agassi has break point against his serve again.
Important numbers we just saw there. Berger's having a look at a lot of break point serves.
Remember, he had 6 of them in one game that he didn't convert. Agassi, 3 of 6. Berger, 2 of 11. That's long. Another chance for Berger.
Break point 4 in this game.
Shrug of disgust from Berger. He wasn't happy about the return. Solid stuff. If you don't make some impression on Agassi on the return, you're in trouble. Watch.
Again, it all happens very quickly.
Somebody take it? Here.
Turn is kind of short, you see, and then he goes and whacks it. You see how early he is when he makes contact with that ball? I mean, it's no more than 3 or 4 feet above the ground. It's almost not even as high as his waist because he hits it so soon. Big lesson to be learned because you can really Keep your opponent off balance. You do that. Game point now for Agassi. First drop shot for Berger that works for him. We're back to deuce.
That drop shot wasn't just short, but it was angling off the court. And that's why Agassi couldn't get behind it. It's a much better way to play him. Much tougher.
Second serve, Mary, rather casual return. Wasn't even close from Berger. That's so atypical of him. Very seldom makes that kind of mistake. Game point. 4 break points for Berger. He couldn't convert, and Agassi holds on. 1 game all and 1 set all in the match. Berger, who lives now in the South Florida area, born in New Jersey, ranked or seeded 7 in this tournament.
Net.
Strongest field of the year here at the Lipton, probably including the Australian. Lendl, Becker, Edberg all showed. McEnroe didn't. But Gilbert, Agassi, Krickstein, Berger, Tamayon. And then Yannick Noah played. Even Pat Cash showed. After a long layoff to injury.
Double fault number 4.
He's not throwing the ball directly into the sun at this time of day. Closing in at 3 o'clock, but it is still the less good side to serve from. 3 break points for Agassi.
Real no-nonsense approach to this final set, Agassi, although he's pretty much been this way all day. But he's jumping all over anything slightly defensive. That's what I like about his game more than anything this year. He's taken off some of the bells and whistles to his act and just started playing great tennis again, which ultimately is what the fans want to see more than anything.
His game's exciting enough standing on its own, isn't it?
Exactly.
Break a serve, early stages third set, 2 games to 1. Andre Agassi, number 5 seed in the tournament, over Jay Berger of the USA. Do you want to mention? Do you want a mention of the Mitsubishi graphic?
Great.
This is another irrelevant stat from the 11, and
the mindless number.
Another mindless.
Right.
He can sell you guys in the truck.
look, the unforced errors by set, and you can see that Agassi did a great job of cleaning things up in the last 2 sets. This is what I was talking about just a few moments ago. The new Agassi, a guy who under pressure cuts down his errors, plays more consistently.
To be fair, we've got to remind you that it's only 2 games to 1 the third set, so he's got a lot of time to make some more errors, but it's sure, his numbers sure got a lot better. In fact, both of them. Agassi's in particular. So Berger, who won the first set after being down 5-3, is now down 2-1 and a break in the third. Berger almost on the baseline. Watch this now. Check Agassi out now. Watch where he is when he hits this. Terrific shot. I mean, powered, and he does not back up and half volleys the thing from the baseline.
It looked like hockey, didn't it? It looked like a big slap shot. Nice little glove save from Agassi.
15 all. Tell you, Jay Berger, you get exactly what you pay for with him. He's a very, very good competitor, and as Terry watches his man Andre Agassi, I tell you that he's so consistent, and he's such a worthwhile kind of a guy. He does not have Andre Agassi's flash. Pound for pound, he's a fighter. 30 all. 2 games to 1. Get this. And so will Berger cover it, and it is break point for Berger again. Agassi don't throw that passing shot again. Berger knew exactly where he was going, had plenty of time to cover the shot and put it away.
Yeah, as he comes in, Berger, he is not in a great offensive position. This one pops up and gives Agassi time. Agassi should have put it away. Berger guessed right and was there for it.
Jay Berger hit that backhand of his flatter more often. It's a very good shot. He has good control of it, but he plays it, in my opinion, too defensively too often. Too much loop.
Remember, Agassi in trouble last game, held finally after 4 break points that were against him. And he's out of trouble again. Or is he? You can't tell with Berger.
Game point. Well, 3-1. Agassi holds on. 3 games to 1. Third set with a break. This is the Lipton Players Championship, men's singles semi-final day. Andre Agassi playing Jay Berger. Berger won the first set 7-5 after Agassi got out to an early lead. Then Agassi came back, won the second set 6-1. It's 3 games to 1 the third set. I'm Cliff Drysdale, along with Mary Carrillo. From Key Biscayne, our live coverage of the Lipton continues. Berger set. Too many drop shots and now too many attempted drop volleys.
Yeah, it's a pet shot. You know, you use it as a changeup. You use it every now and then. If you go to it too much, it almost suggests that you've lost a little confidence in your drilling power at the net. Agassi's now got 14 of the last 18 points. Boy, things have happened like that, haven't they? Berger was on a trot like that as well. This is 5th double. And Agassi had a run like that in the second set as well as this final set.
Just lost it, hasn't he? He played so well latter stages of the first set, and then things kind of fell apart for Berger.
Well, he was playing well up until about a game ago, Cliff.
Yeah.
I thought things were dead even at 1-0 in the third. There wasn't anything between them. Got it.
Agassi has 2 breaks now in the third set. It's 4 games to 1 for the number 5 seed, playing the number 7, Jay Berger. We'll be right.
Want me to run down there now and get set up on court, as I did yesterday? Just in case. Okay.
Brian, what is your attitude about my telling the folks about Mary's changed position? Shall I, or shall I just ignore it? What do you think about telling the folks about Mary going down courtside or not? I mean, I have not in the past. If you think it's a... Yeah.
Time. That's what I call for.
Semi-final men's singles of the Lipton for 1990. 7-5 first set for Berger. Then it has been pretty much all Agassi, although Jay Berger had 2 chances, more than 2 chances to break here in the third set, but has not been able to convert on 2 serve games of Andre Agassi. It's 4 games to 1 for Agassi. Edberg over Hlasse. Yesterday in the quarterfinals, Agassi beat Jim Courier in 3 sets. That ace from Agassi gives him 15 love. Jay Berger beat Pete Sampras in a walkover. Sampras injured in his match with Jean Fleurien of France, the man who beat Becker. Emilio Sanchez, the other semi-finalist, will play Stefan Edberg in the semis. Right into the body. The wave of apology from Andre Agassi after this. There's the drop shot. So well played. He's got away with it a few times now. Berger gets in. Not much he can do with it. Now he's at Agassi's mercy. Agassi throws it right into the body, and there's not much Berger can do about it. 30-15. Very much in control of this match now. 2 breaks, 5 games to 1. Agassi on a roll. Looking to play the final of the Lipton for this year against the winner, as we've said, Emilio Sanchez and Stefan Edberg, a match that you'll be able to see at midnight tonight on a tape delayed basis. That's midnight Eastern time. And Sanchez beat Lendl on Wednesday. It was the first time that he had beaten Lendl, and if recent history is on his side, he'll go on to win because Lendl's last 9 losses have been to the eventual champion of this tournament. But I wouldn't count on a Sanchez victory over Edberg. Edberg is playing well. Had a very, very close match with Jakob Plasek of Switzerland yesterday and lost it 3 tiebreaker sets.
15.
6th double fault. This could give Agassi match point. Happy Tan watching Andre Agassi play match point here. Oscar Tanner has said they're playing against him in practice. Agassi is just like playing against a big server. On every point he hits the ball so hard. That's why Andre Agassi is in the final of the Lipton. Andre Agassi in 3 sets. He lost the first set 7-5, then came back and won the second 2 easily over Jay Berger. So Agassi will play the winner of the Emilio Sanchez Stefan Edberg singles semi-final match here at the Lipton. We'll be back with an interview after this. Can you stay? Would you? Yeah, would you? Good. Take a seat.
Pleasure to watch.
Great.
Test 111. 111. We're open. It's open. Hello. He had so many break points. He had so many against you.
Earlier, off to the match.
I Andre Agassi in 3 sets over Jay Berger of the USA. Agassi is in the final. Let's go down to Mary Creel. Mary?
Another great 3-setter for you, Andre. Each set had such a different personality. How come you were able to win the third like that?
Well, I think, you know, we came out here both just hitting the ball, and I felt a little stronger to start the match. I felt like I was playing pretty well. And then I noticed he was getting so fatigued. And then it's like my strategy changed. Instead of playing offensive, I tried moving him around a little more. And then I think he had the frame of mind like, hey, I'm getting tired, I got to go for it. And he just went for so many shots late in the first set. That's what got him the win. And then, you know, I think it was just a matter of time, though. You know, I felt so strong, and I just was a matter of just working them. And even though I was down a lot of break points, even though I was even down in a lot of games, it was just a question of keeping them out here, and that's what my mentality was through the rest of the match.
It was remarkable how much trouble you were able to get out of on your own serve. All those break points he had, and so few converted. Was it really tough?
No, it didn't feel it. As a matter of fact, when you just mentioned me about all those break points, I didn't even realize it. It's like I was so geared on just hitting 1,000 balls out here and making them work. And, you know, I came up with a few big serves when I needed them, and I think, I think he was getting a little tired, and he was making a lot of errors on crucial points, which helped out.
Your 1990, Andre, is going so well. It's so different from the way you approach 89. You even said the other day that mentally it's so different from you. Why is that? Did that happen over Christmas? You decided things were going to change?
Well, I think, you know, in February of 89, in my mind, 1989 was over with. It was just a question of just riding through the year. Coming in 89, my goal was not to do better than I did in 1988. I felt like there was just a lot to comprehend. The expectations were really hurting me of people, of myself, and so it was real tough. So it was just a question of having a little time to grow up, you know. And, you know, I'm out here this year, and I'm just accepting my responsibility in the sense that, you know, I'm working hard, and I'm giving it my best shot, and I'm a lot more determined, a lot more motivated, and I feel like, you know, I'm on track, on a road headed to a goal, and that goal is to be the best I can be, and every day I'm out here, I'm taking a step closer.
Frankly, you became a big target last year, and I know that I, for one, took a lot of big swings at you, but the growing up you've done is so noticeable. Did you do it by yourself? Did you have people help you? How do you make a turnaround like this?
Well, I think what's really neat are the people that can support you and then always support you through the good times and the bad times. And I think there's a lot of people out there, like you even mentioned yourself, how, you know, you were so pro Agassi, and then all of a sudden you took a couple swipes, like a lot of people did. And that's why it's important to know that people are fickle. They tend to swing with the air. So
frankly, I'm not being an apologist for myself. I think that you had a lot of shots coming to you, and it seems like you perhaps agree with it a little bit because you're playing a different ball.
Yeah, to a certain degree, but I think that the fact that everybody was taking those swings just turned it into a snowball effect. But I have my group of guys around me who are here to the good times, to the bad, and if I'm in for a few more swipes, I'm a little more prepared this time.
Speaking of that, with Davis Cup coming up next week, you're obviously playing better tennis than any other American. Any rethinking, any regrets that you're not going to be in Czechoslovakia next week?
Yeah, regrets that I wasn't chosen a little earlier. I mean, I won San Francisco, and at that point, Tom Gorman at least let me know. Now I knew that back then he was thinking about picking me. And he called me after San Francisco and just said congratulations, gave me no indication that he'd pick me. So I geared all my training schedule and my tournaments such that I'd have 3 or 4 weeks off. And right now, I don't think I'd be prepared because I'm working so hard out here. But it's unfortunate I didn't know a little ahead of time, so I could have geared my schedule differently and been there to play for the United States.
All right, you must be feeling well enough to beat either Edberg or Sanchez in the final. Any preference, a baseliner instead of a serve and volleyer?
It's 3 out of 5 tomorrow, and Stefan squeaked the tight one with me the other week, so I would look forward to playing him again. If I play Emilio, I played well against him last week too, and I beat him. But you know, they're both going to be tough. But if I had my choice, I want Stefan again.
All right. Thanks a lot, Andre. Let's go back to you, Cliff.
Thanks a lot, Mary. Just to correct Andre, it's not going to be tomorrow, Andre. It's going to be Sunday that you'll be playing that best of 5-set men's singles final. Sanchez will play Edberg in the top, as you can see. At the bottom, Andre Agassi beat Creel, the number 14 seed, and then Jay Berger, the number 7 seed today here during our live coverage. So it is Agassi in the final to play. Well, who will it be? Berger? I should say Edberg. Or Sanchez. We'll be back.
Can you just point the camera here so Brian, we have Berger.